Chosen one, hear this clearly. You are standing at the edge of a divine shift. This is not just another passing day, not just another season. The heavens are declaring that a great celebration has already been prepared with your name written upon it. It is not a man-made party, but a spiritual banquet of transformation. The moment you have long prayed for, cried for, and even doubted would ever arrive is now drawing near. This is the shift you have been waiting for. The pain you endured, the nights you wrestled with silence, the battles you thought would destroy you, all of it was leading to this appointed time. You are not entering into an ordinary blessing. You are about to be ushered into a celebration that will not only change your circumstances, but will transform your very being. There is urgency here, because the door to this celebration is not wide open forever. It is a divine invitation, a limited window where heaven and earth align for your elevation. If you ignore it, you risk missing the breakthrough that has been designed for you since before you were born. Chosen one, this is your prophetic announcement. The celebration has begun in the Spirit. Now it is calling you to step forward and claim it. If you feel this message stirring in your spirit, subscribe, comment Wonder and Lovin', and share this message so more chosen ones awaken. Chosen one, you must understand that what is unfolding before you is not like anything you have experienced in the past. There are blessings, there are breakthroughs, and then there are prophetic alignments. Divine appointments set in motion by the Creator Himself. This great celebration is not born out of chance, nor is it the result of ordinary effort. It has been written in the spiritual calendar, reserved for the ones who have endured, and released only when the timing of heaven and the preparation of your soul collide. Think about the seasons of your life. So many days felt routine, filled with the same struggles and the same unanswered questions. There were nights when you felt invisible, as if heaven had closed its ears to your cries. You asked yourself, why the delay? Why does breakthrough feel so far away? What you did not see was that the silence was sacred. The waiting was a refining fire. Every unanswered prayer was stretching your faith, building your endurance, and stripping away what could not enter into this moment with you. This moment is different because it has been divinely scheduled. The same way the sun and moon rise at their appointed times, your transformation has its appointed hour. You are not stepping into random favor. You are stepping into prophecy fulfilled. This celebration is not a reaction to your pain. It is the reward for your perseverance. In ordinary life, blessings can be temporary. People rise and fall. Opportunities appear and disappear. But this shift is not ordinary. It is eternal in its impact. The heavens have declared it. The signs around you confirm it, and your spirit bears witness to it. You can feel the trembling within, the anticipation that something is about to break open. That is not imagination, it is confirmation. The delays were not denials. They were divine positioning. You were hidden for a reason. You were pressed for a purpose. The seasons of silence were not punishment, they were preparation. And now, the door has opened. This is why this celebration is unlike any other, because it has been orchestrated not by man, but by God Himself. Chosen one, you are not late. You are right on time. Every tear, every setback, every closed door has brought you to this threshold. And now, the announcement is clear. The time is urgent, the moment is set, and the great celebration that will transform you has finally arrived. Chosen one, the great celebration that has been announced over your life has not come without signs. Heaven never moves in silence without leaving a trail for the faithful to discern. If you have been paying attention, you already know that something has been stirring. Your spirit has been whispering it. Your dreams have been showing it. and your days have been carrying signals that are too consistent to be dismissed as coincidence. One of the clearest signs has been the restlessness within you. You have felt unsettled, as if the life you once tolerated suddenly feels too small for you. The places you used to fit in no longer bring peace. The conversations you once enjoyed now feel shallow. This is not dissatisfaction for no reason. This is your spirit expanding in preparation for what is coming. The great celebration requires a greater version of you, and heaven has been nudging you to rise higher. You may also have noticed the repeated numbers, the divine codes of alignment. Seeing sequences like 111, 222, 333, or other patterns has not been random. These are confirmations from the unseen realm, messages to your soul reminding you that you are on the right path. Each number is a trumpet call, declaring that the divine calendar is unfolding and that your steps are being ordered toward the transformation promised to you. Sudden endings have also marked this season. Relationships you thought would last forever have dissolved. Opportunities you thought were secure have slipped away. Places you thought would always welcome you have closed their doors. At first, it may have felt like rejection, but in truth, it was redirection. Heaven has been clearing space in your life, removing what cannot journey with you into this new season. A great celebration requires a purified table, and not everyone was meant to sit at yours. Then there are the heavy dreams. Some of you have been dreaming of storms, floods, doors opening, or even walking away from old homes. These are not random pictures in your sleep. They are spiritual messages. Dreams have been the stage where heaven has been showing you glimpses of what is coming. The storms in your dreams reflected the warfare you were enduring. The floods symbolized the overwhelming shift about to overtake you. The open doors pointed to new beginnings, and the old houses symbolized what you are leaving behind forever. All of these signs, the restlessness, the numbers, the endings, the dreams, have been preparing you for this very announcement. You haven't been imagining it. You haven't been exaggerating. The spiritual world has been preparing you. Every signal was designed to awaken you, to keep you from sleeping through your season, and to assure you that you are not forgotten. Chosen one, the reason the signs have felt heavier, clearer, and more urgent lately is because you are standing at the threshold of the transformation. Heaven speaks loudest when the moment of destiny is near. These signs have not been warnings of failure, but confirmations of breakthrough. Your spirit has been receiving the invitations long before your ears could hear this message. And now the time has come. The celebration is not in the distance anymore. It is here, waiting for you to step into it. Chosen one, this great celebration is not simply about blessings or material rewards. It is a confirmation of who you truly are. For so long, you have carried an identity that others could not recognize. You walked through seasons where people doubted you, overlooked you, or treated you as though you were ordinary. But heaven never called you ordinary. You were chosen before you even knew your name, and this moment is the divine unveiling of that truth. What you are stepping into is not just change, it is confirmation. Every trial you endured, every storm you walked through, every tear that fell was not wasted. It was leading you here. The isolation that once felt unbearable was actually the womb of your transformation. When you were cut off from others, when you felt abandoned, when you questioned whether you even belonged in this world, heaven was setting you apart. You were not being rejected, you were being refined. Chosen one, the great celebration is the Father's way of saying, I saw it all. I recorded every sacrifice. I never left you, and now I am rewarding you. This is why your suffering cannot be compared to the glory that is about to be revealed. The very pain you thought would crush you has become the doorway to your transformation. Think about your journey. How many times did you feel like giving up? How many times did you question your worth? How many times did you feel like you were walking through fire with no way out? And yet, here you are, stronger, wiser, and more spiritually sensitive than before. That was not an accident. Those fires were purifying you, stripping away everything that could not carry into this moment of destiny. This great celebration is more than an event. It is the confirmation that you are who God said you were all along. It is a seal upon your identity. It is heaven's declaration that you have passed through the wilderness and are ready for the promise. No one can take this away from you, because it is not given by men. It is not tied to human approval. It is birthed in the Spirit, and only the Spirit can reveal it. Chosen one, you must see clearly. Your trials were never meaningless. Your isolation was never punishment. Your losses were not the end of your story. They were divine strategy. They were the chiseling of a masterpiece, the breaking of old chains, the preparation of a vessel that could hold greater glory. Without the suffering, you would not have the capacity to receive what is coming. Without the silence, you would not recognize the sound of the celebration that is now calling you forward. So lift your head. Do not despise your scars, for they are proof that you survived what was meant to destroy you. Do not curse your wilderness, for it carried you to the threshold of your promise. And do not minimize your calling, for this great celebration is heaven's confirmation that you are chosen, appointed, and prepared. Your suffering was not wasted. It was the doorway to this transformation. Chosen one, hear this with the weight it carries. You are not standing in an ordinary moment. This is a divine window, a sacred opening in time that will not remain available forever. The great celebration has already been set in the spiritual realm, but it requires your response in the natural. Heaven has declared it, but you must align yourself to step into it. If you delay, if you dismiss the signs, if you stay asleep in this season, you risk missing what was prepared specifically for you. You must awaken and act now, because the door will not remain open forever. Divine doors are not like human opportunities that you can chase down at any moment. They are appointed times, kairos moments, where heaven and earth converge. When the alignment is here, the blessings flow like a river. But when the moment passes, it cannot be retrieved. Think of the children of Israel in the wilderness. The promised land was prepared, but because they hesitated and doubted, an entire generation missed the fullness of what God had set aside for them. Do not repeat their mistake. You have carried too much, endured too much, and sacrificed too much to miss your moment now. The urgency of this celebration is not to pressure you, but to awaken you. Heaven is saying, do not grow passive. Do not delay. Do not bury your head in fear or doubt. Rise, for this is your appointed hour. Chosen one, everything in your life has been leading to this window. You cannot allow distractions to blind you. This is why the warfare has been so heavy, why the confusion has tried to overtake your mind. Because the enemy knows that if you seize this moment, everything changes. If you align with what heaven is offering, the chains that held you for years will break in an instant. But if you hesitate, if you allow fear to silence you, you risk stepping back into cycles you were meant to leave forever. This urgency is not about panic. It is about positioning. The great celebration is moving forward, whether or not you accept the invitation. The only question is, will you be seated at the table or will you watch from the sidelines? This is not the time to question whether you are worthy. You are worthy because you are chosen. This is not the time to look back at what was lost. What was behind you cannot compare to what is waiting ahead. Chosen one, you are being called to act now, to prepare your heart now, to shift your perspective now, to declare with faith now. Tomorrow is not promised, and delay is dangerous. The door is open, but not forever. The great celebration is unfolding in the Spirit, and heaven is watching to see who will rise to claim their seat. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. This is your moment. The window is open, the trumpet has sounded, and your name has been called. The only thing left is your response. Chosen one, understand this clearly. The closer you draw to a divine shift, the louder the opposition becomes. Breakthroughs do not arrive quietly. They arrive in the face of intensified resistance. Confusion will try to fog your mind. Fear will attempt to paralyze your feet. Betrayal will cut where you least expect it. Delays will appear as new walls. These are not signs that you are failing. They are signs that something mighty is about to be birthed through you. The spiritual realm does not tolerate an easy handover of destiny. When heaven prepares to elevate you, the adversary rallies to confuse, distract, and discredit. You may suddenly feel overwhelmed with doubt over decisions you were once sure of. Old insecurities may resurface as if they were fresh wounds. People you trusted might turn cold, or those who promised to stand by you will waver. This pain is not the absence of God. It is the amplification of spiritual warfare, because the enemy recognizes the threat of your celebration. You must not personalize every attack as your failure. Many of these blows are not meant to destroy you, but to expose what still needs divine healing. The enemy will aim at your identity, your relationships, and your authority, because he knows that if he can make you shrink back, he can steal what heaven intends to give. Yet, every assault carries with it an unspoken testimony. The enemy fears your celebration. If the opposition is increasing, it is proof that you are approaching a threshold he does not want you to cross. Hold fast to this truth. Resistance often precedes revelation. The intense pressure you feel is not the end of your story. It is the refining that produces readiness. Stay rooted in prayer and clarity. Name the tactics you face: confusion, fear, betrayal, delay, and refuse to be surprised by them. Armor up in faith, not in isolation. Reach for spiritual counsel, declare your identity, and refuse to allow temporary setbacks to rewrite your destiny. If you are under attack right now, it's a sign you are close. This is not a threat. It is a confirmation. The nearer you come to the celebration, the more the darkness attempts to stop you. So when storms descend, see them for what they are: alarms that the enemy is anxious. Respond with worship, with disciplined spiritual practices, and with an unshakable declaration that your season will not be stolen. Remember, heaven's trumpet sounds louder than the enemy's roar. The attacks may be fierce, but they are finite. Your celebration is eternal. Stand your ground, keep moving toward the appointed hour, and know that every opposition you overcome increases the weight of the glory that will meet you on the other side. Chosen one. The great celebration is prepared, but the question is, are you prepared to enter it? A table can be set, but if your heart is not ready, you will sit at the feast and still feel empty. Heaven is not only opening the door, it is calling you to align your spirit so you can walk through with confidence, not hesitation. Alignment is the difference between observing the blessing and embodying it. The first step is prayer. Not rushed words, not empty routines, but deep, intentional communion with God. This is where you align your spirit with His will, where you trade your anxious thoughts for His perfect guidance. In prayer, you gain clarity, strength, and the courage to step into the unknown. Without prayer, you risk carrying fear into your celebration. The second step is fasting. Fasting is a sacred key that sharpens your spirit. It silences the flesh so that your inner ear can hear divine instruction more clearly. When you fast, you are not just abstaining from food, you are declaring to heaven that you are serious about receiving what has been prepared. It is a way of cleansing the vessel so the outpouring can be pure. The third step is silence. In this world of endless noise, silence is a weapon. Heaven often whispers, but you cannot hear whispers if you are drowning in distraction. Take time to be still, to step away from voices that cloud your spirit. Silence allows you to sense the atmosphere of heaven, to notice the subtle confirmations around you. The fourth step is journaling. Write down what you are sensing, the dreams you are having, the confirmations you are receiving. Too often, chosen ones forget what God revealed because they did not record it. Journaling is an act of stewardship. It says, I value what heaven has shown me enough to preserve it. Later, when doubt creeps in, your own words will remind you of what was spoken. The fifth step is forgiveness. Unforgiveness is one of the greatest blockages to transformation. You cannot carry bitterness into a celebration designed for freedom. Release those who wronged you, not because they deserve it, but because your spirit deserves to be unchained. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks joy and clears the path for blessings to flow unhindered. The sixth step is releasing old wounds. You cannot step into a new season while dragging the corpses of old pain. Chosen one, the wounds were real, but they are not meant to define you forever. Let them go. Lay them down. Your scars are proof of survival, but they are not meant to be chains. Finally, walk in prophetic faith. Celebrate in faith before you see it. Thank God for the celebration while it is still in the unseen realm. Rejoice as though the door is already open, because in the Spirit it is. Preparing your spirit to receive means shifting from doubt to expectancy, from heaviness to praise, from hesitation to boldness. Chosen one, do not wait until everything is visible to align. Step into the posture of readiness now. Pray with urgency, fast with focus, sit in silence, write what you hear, forgive freely, release what is heavy, and above all, celebrate in faith before the evidence arrives. When you do this, you will not just walk into the great celebration, you will be transformed by it. Chosen one, the celebration is not just a gathering of joy, it is the release of breakthrough you have been waiting for. You have walked through seasons of delay, silence, and spiritual warfare, but all of it has been building toward this moment. And when the heavens open, what comes will not be small. It will not be ordinary. It will be life-altering, undeniable, and deeply personal. Picture this: restored relationships. Those connections that seemed broken beyond repair will begin to soften under the weight of divine timing. Hearts that turned cold will be warmed again. Misunderstandings that created distance will be cleared by truth and healing. God is not just giving you people back, He is restoring them better, deeper, and more aligned with your destiny. Next, financial doors will swing wide. Where there was lack, there will be provision. Where opportunities felt shut, new pathways will suddenly appear. Do not be surprised when doors open that you never even knocked on. This is how heaven works. Your season of scraping by was not punishment, it was training. Now you will learn to steward abundance. Then comes the release of spiritual gifts. Some of you will begin to dream more vividly, to see visions more clearly, to discern with greater precision. Gifts you thought were gone will be reawakened. Hidden talents will emerge because the celebration is also an activation. This is God reminding you that you are not just called, you are equipped. And above all, there will be freedom. Freedom from cycles that kept you bound. Freedom from fear that silenced your voice. Freedom from shame that weighed on your spirit. Freedom to walk boldly into the life prepared for you. This celebration is not about outward blessings alone. It is about your soul stepping into its rightful inheritance. Chosen one, you must understand, what is coming will not just touch your life, it will transform it forever. You will not simply feel a temporary lift of encouragement. You will step into a permanent shift. Every tear, every delay, every sleepless night, every season of being misunderstood, all of it has been currency for this breakthrough. This is why you were called to wait. This is why the warfare was so intense. Because what is being delivered to you is so great, so undeniable, that once it arrives, you will know without a doubt it was worth it all. Chosen one, prepare your spirit, because what is coming is bigger than restoration, greater than provision, deeper than healing. It is the celebration that seals your destiny and ushers you into a freedom you have never known before. Chosen one, hear this clearly. This great celebration has already been written with your name on it. It is not a vague promise, not a distant hope, not an uncertain possibility. It is a prophetic decree, sealed in the heavens before you ever walked through your battles. Every delay, every storm, every tear was leading you to this moment. And now the door stands open before you, but you must not shrink back. This is the moment to claim what has been reserved for you with boldness. Fear cannot hold you. Doubt cannot silence you. The enemy cannot steal what has already been stamped with your identity. The only thing that can stop you now is hesitation. And hesitation is the very weapon the enemy uses to rob chosen ones of their divine inheritance. This celebration is more than an event. It is the unlocking of destiny. You were not prepared for years just to stand on the edge. You were trained, refined, and strengthened to step in, to walk boldly into the blessings that have your name written on them. Chosen one, your season of waiting is over. The moment of alignment is here. The heavens are ready to release what you have carried in faith for so long. Do not wait for another confirmation. This word is your confirmation. This is your sign. This is your time. If you feel this burning in your spirit, if you know this word was meant for you, then step into alignment right now. Subscribe, comment, I am ready, and share this message with another chosen one who needs to awaken. Do not keep this breakthrough to yourself. Multiply it by declaring it boldly. The great celebration is not coming someday. It is here, and it has your name written on it. Step in, claim it. Rejoice, for the season of destiny has arrived.